Have you some tea left for us, Miss Bennet?
It is so nice to have some eligible young men in the neighbourhood at last, Miss Bingley. I do hope we shall see you often this winter.
I think I can promise that, ma'am. I hope you're finding our part of the country liking, Mr. Darcy.
I do not care for the country, Miss Bennet.
What a pity. Then it must irk you to be compelled to live in it.
One moves in such confined circles outside of the big cities.
But do not think of leaving us in a hurry, I hope, even though you only have such a short lease.
Everything I do is done in a hurry, and when I fall in love, I expect it will be the same.
And that's a sight from far from solid character.
Thank goodness for that, for Sabine seems far too charming for solidity. You begin to understand me, Miss Bennet, perfectly.
Are you sure to character, Miss Bennet?
At times.
We must have little opportunity to exercise your gift here.
On the contrary, sir.
Well, I believe that those who live in the country belong to the country.
Well, as for me, I like them both. Give me a horse, a long road, a whiff of hay. And a country road.
I think you need to tell Miss Bingley we'll call tomorrow. I want to be quite certain of securing you both for our little ball next month.
That's most kind of you, ma'am.
Well, we usually give it about this time of year, don't we?
We shall be prodigiously pleased to come, ma'am. You may rest assured of that.
Oh, lovely.
Jane?
Yes.
He likes you.
Likes me? Why, Lizzie? Whoever do you mean?
Don't be Mr. Darcy.
He's such a disagreeable, horrid man.
So high conceited. But Mr. Bingley, the first moment he laid eyes on you, you could look at no one else.
Ah, Lizzie, you have a truly romantic heart.
What? Have I been so insulted? Balls. I hate balls.
Oh, I love a good ball!
Darcy, what are you thinking of? The evening is nearly over. Come, you must dance. Be able to.
I realise that I am not contributing much to the gaiety of the assembly, but it is difficult to be a good fellow on such an occasion.
Not any of the young ladies to your taste.
I should call them all uncommonly pretty.
Ah, Miss Jane. Well, she is prettiest of all. Oh, really, Darcy, you are notoriously lacking in appreciation. Didn't you ever beheld anyone more exquisitely lovely?
If you wish me to agree with you, I shall be glad to do so.
Well, what for a sister? She's but pretty too, eh?
Miss Elizabeth?
Yes.
She is the one above all others that I prefer to avoid.
But really, she is most agreeable.
On the contrary, she is one of the most disagreeable young women I have ever had the ill luck to encounter.
Oh, shame on you, Darcy. She's a delightful girl.
Very well, for your sake, but I'll only stand up with her once.
And you may change your mind.
Oh.
Jane.
Miss Elizabeth, they are playing the last extra. May I have the honour?
Oh, thank you, sir. I think it'd be far more than I could bear, Mr. Darcy. Did you enjoy the music?
Very much. Thank you.
Oh, I believe it's your turn to make a remark now.
Whatever you wish me to say, you may consider said.
Oh, well, I both recognise our similarities, Miss Darcy. We're both taciturn and unsociable. Reluctant to say anything lest be handed down to posterity or to astonish the whole room.
I hardly think that describes your character, Miss Bennet. You are probably describing mine and include yourself out of pity for my wounded feelings.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Darcy. Have you any?
Evidently you have decided about that.
Well, I hear such different accounts of you. And I see you here now, the reports seem hard to believe.
Why bother to try to solve the puzzle? What beautiful eyes can do in the face of a pretty woman.
You should have danced more with the others. Dance with the others? When you are there? Jazz.
He loved me. He did. He did. And he kissed me.
speak with you.
I wish to finish my letter.
Oh, you're not very polite, Miss Elizabeth.
Sir? Oh, what is it, Mr. Darcy?
No, it's no use, for in vain I have struggled for so long to repress my feelings, Elizabeth. I adore you and I love you. I have battled for my own self-abasement, I love you.
Do you expect me to take you seriously? Have you so quickly forgotten the inferiority of my family?
I've forgotten nothing about it, I love you.
Well, have you considered my unsuitability in the eyes of your exalted world, Mr. Darcy?
I have considered and I love you.
Can you not say it again, sir? You do not, I suppose, expect me to feel flattered.
But you must.
But why?
Well, it's no use, Miss Elizabeth. I've been honest with you and I never should have been.
Oh, goodness me, Mr. Darcy. Do you blame me? Do you blame me for a decision in your life, Mr. Darcy?
I do not blame you, but do you expect me to be glad that your family is inferior to mine? Or blame me when making the most momentous decision of my life?
Decision?
Yes, my dear, I've asked you to marry me.
Oh, I suppose I should be overwhelmed by this great honour.
But
if you had not been so lacking in perception, sir, you might have spared yourself my refusal.
you refuse me.
Can you deny that you came between Jane and Charles Bingley?
I did everything in my power to come between Charles and yours.
Oh, you talk to me of love. They love each other, she and Charles. Jane is of those who only loves once. You have trodden on her heart.
I've made the mistake of being honest with you, Elizabeth.
Honesty is a very overrated virtue.
Well, my scruples in regard to your family were natural.
It shouldn't be kept to yourself. Oh, let us end this distasteful subject. Mr. Darcy, you are the last man in the world whom I could ever be prevailed upon to marry.
Well, excuse me if I'm taking up your time. Good day, Miss Elizabeth.
Lady Catherine, sit here, Miss Bennet, where I can see you plainly. You know why I am here.
No, indeed. I do not know what I've done to deserve this honour.
Has not your conscience told you?
My conscience.
Miss Bennet, I am not to be trifled with. I am celebrated for my frankness. Don't assume those innocent airs of me. I am not a man. A report has reached me that you wish to be married to my nephew, Mr. Darcy. I would not insult him by asking him of the truth of this. Will you swear there is no foundation for it?
No, indeed. I do not pretend to be as celebrated for frankness as your ladyship.
How dare you? I insist on knowing. Has my nephew made you an offer of marriage?
But your ladyship has already declared that to be impossible.
Well, it certainly should be. This marriage to which you have the effrontery to aspire will never take place. Never. Now answer me once and for all. Are you engaged to my nephew?
No, I am not engaged to him.
And will you promise that you never will be?
I will not.
Miss Bennet, I am shocked. I take no leave of you and I send no farewell message to your mother. Miss Bennet, I am seriously displeased.
Women, Bingley. Always late.
Jane!
Yes?
You knew I loved you when I left Neverfield, but I was assured of your indifference, my darling.
That, sir, is a credit to your modesty, rather than your judgment.
If I'd only known!
If only you had asked!
Oh.
Oh, Mr. Darcy! Do wish us joy.
I wish you both every happiness.
Thank you.
I hope I'm not altogether unwelcome. Oh, Elizabeth, can you ever forget my past arrogance?
Oh, surely in such a case of good memory this could be unpardonable.
No, Elizabeth!
Oh, I'm so ashamed. I was the stupid one, the foolishly proud one.
No, my dearest, only the prejudiced one.
Oh, the way you requited my incivility, Mr. Darcy. I can obey your kindness.
But if all these things you so exaggerate had been said by your husband...
Enjoy your drive by the bays. I never wanted to see you again.
Do you still mean that?